She's in school right now. 12:30. You hopping back on, okay?
That's nothing.
You got 15 minutes.
That's some food. This my monster right here. If you got it, it ain't no question. Oh, it ain't no room for guessing.
Wow.
More than emotionally invested.
That's really cool.
Is that how we can eat that? If I let you, you take me for granted. If I were to leave, you could manage. Is this really fast? Oh, we could be closer to me. Oh, giving me some. But he's still going back to that. You won't let me fall. Think about it. Holding me tight, loving me right, giving me life. All night you could be telling me lies, making me cry, wasting my time, the whole time. So just be careful what you take for granted. Yeah, you know what I mean. You could do damage. You could do damage. You could do damage. Yeah, worry about it, I'm putting pressure. You'll only keep me if I let you. No, what you're doing is just for pleasure. Either learn me or I'm a lesson. No, if you want me, you take me for granted. Yeah, if I want more than you could manage, baby. Oh, you're falling for me. Oh, baby, I caught it. Oh, we could be whatever you want, call it. Promise that you won't let me fall.
Alright, this one. That one.
Forever be mine. She know I wanna be kind. She never seen none of you guys. She know I'm alive. Stroking and give on the side. I push her until I just drive. What's that on my letter reply? She said you forever be mine. You won't chill, but chill. Bring me them guys, get them beat up. Slow it down, baby, we ain't gotta rush. Unless you want me to speed up. Hit like a clutch, put some speed on it. Open it, lick it, speed on it. You counting on me, you can bet on it. We find the costume with the bet on it. She said she don't care if it's sweat on it. She wash it and clean and take care of it. It's cover, you know I took care of it. And probably she cover like Arabics. It's money forever and had it. She know I'm one of a kind. She don't see none of the guys. She know I'm alive. Stroke her and give her massage.
What?
Push her and tell her to strive. What's that on my letter reply? She said you forever be mine. Said you fucked up with the ring. Baby, now you be my type. I'ma get shrimp in the same. Said she forever be mine. Sweet, your ocean. Baby, get come with the motion. Baby, get up my composure. Let me one of a kind.
Thank you. Hi, Infinity Rookie. Thank you, Living EG. I appreciate that. That's true. I'm new to live. I don't really be on here that much, but I'm trying to try something new, so I appreciate that. What? No, you can't call nobody. You go sit down and eat and get ready for your school. Who is my country? I'm in America.
She know I'm one of a kind. She don't see none of the guys. She know I'm alive. Stroke her and give her massage.
Okay, Bangladesh.
What's that on my letter reply? She said you forever be mine.
Okay. Help with subs. Okay, okay. I'm still figuring out my content, so I don't know. I haven't been going live. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna show when I go live. I guess I just felt creative today. What do you usually do when you're on live?
Double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up.
Never let a hard time humble us.
Double up.
I ain't telling no lies.
I ain't telling no lies, I just 5, 4, 3,
That's real.
that's time.
That's real. I think that's the best advice I can take.
My dreams.
'Cause I feel like people be on live just doing whatever, you know, and the more authentic you are, the more attention you get on live. That's what I've noticed with other people. Edited your book. Okay. So you a writer? I'm a writer too, girl.
Turn 7 to a 14. 14 to a 14. Lord knows it's a cold game.
Yeah. It's wild. TikTok is like the craziest place for live.
All black fire gold chains, young rich nigga bossed up on his own, man. My new shit sound like a soul train. Took you with him, double soul train. Eric Big by the rope chain. RC, we for show bang. Tiny Lokes and they go crazy. What you know about the dope game? Was you born in the 80s? Did your mama smoke cocaine? Have you ever seen the whole thing? Was you drove to the streets cause you grew up on show change?
That's dope. That's a really big accomplishment. I feel like writing it, because I'm in a writing process. I have a full rough draft for one of my books. And then I haven't finished the second one, but that's the fun part. As soon as I start thinking about like getting people to edit or sharing it with other people or getting it published, like that's when my anxiety starts to peak. So congratulations, that's big. I will. I'm a big reader too, so if you want to drop it, just drop it in the comments. I'll check you out. I love to read. That's one of my favorite hobbies right now. The Chrysalis Experience, a useful guide in your journey to healing and self-discovery, a safe space for elevation. Come heal through guided affirmations, short stories, and self-love challenges. Allow yourself the opportunity to thrive and heal one page at a time. Ooh, I like that. And I can get it on Kindle too. I like that.
Your response be the reason you exist. Lucky I ain't get caught up in the twist. Young nigga blue pleasure on my hip, so
I'm gonna check you out, girl. I like to write fiction. I am a fiction writer, so right now I'm writing like a kind of like a thriller romance. And then I'm also writing like a sci-fi fantasy novel. So I just love fiction. Any type of story, I'm gonna be into it. But I really like thrillers and things that like make you think, you know, something that sticks in your mind after you finish reading it. But I'm in the process of starting a blog too. I'm a communications major in college, so this is my first year, and I really want to get more into like like research writing, journalism type of writing, telling stories that people can relate to, and sharing other people's stories as well. So I just like stories in general, but right now I'm big on fiction. I like poetry and music too. Get some scissors. Just to hold you down. If you want me. I will. I will. Thank you for that. You do the same thing. Thank you. Put me down. Dope. A fictional love novel. I love that. I feel like when I'm writing that, I be having to go through real life experiences in order to really get into it. It's crazy. The story is like the story is writing itself through my experiences in its own way, and the experiences that I, you know, get from others and from other media. But romance is good. I like to write it. I don't really like to read it that much unless it got a little bit of toxicity to it. Yeah, that's dope. Is this your page, Living EG? Is this the place where you go live? Cause I'll subscribe to you too. I can't blame myself. I need to take it easy, easy, easy. Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to you. Thank you. I will do the same. I'll definitely return the favor. When you say please, I can't say no. How you shot, you need up, baby, me up. And I'm taking my time, just wait, don't leave. I can't say no when you say please. I can't say no. Hey. YouTube is my favorite place for music. They having the best mixes. This was back when Drake was really on something. I just like the sound. I ain't gonna lie. I don't pay too much attention to what he's saying. But you're right. I can hear that. Facts. Oh, what a time to be alive. The music was so good. Yes, and Rihanna too. Like, I think we ain't gonna ever get another album from her, but she did. She did her big ones when she was out. She was everywhere too. And that work song, yeah, I remember that in 2016, them together. I think that was my ringtone at one point. Taking my time, it's harder to find it. But you're playing it right, you're playing it perfect. She's trying to take it all off of me, trying to stay real close to me. I gotta catch myself, I can't blame myself. I need to take it easy, 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 easy. felt like this was a good way to pass the time. You just hop on live and play music and get it done. I've been doing my hair since, what's today? Tuesday? I think I started on Saturday. I've been getting a roll done a day. So I was like, let me try to just push through it. My message for my channel, it's been a mix of so many things, but I create jewelry. I have a Etsy shop where I make handcrafted jewelry, hair jewelry specifically. So my intention right now is to showcase creativity through my hair, and using my lock jewels and the importance of certain gemstones that I use when I create, and just letting people know the benefits of the gemstones. I make necklaces like crystal. These are crystal gemstones. And then like hair accessories. Yeah, I handcraft. So I show myself making them and then like styling them. So after I do this, my intention is to design a like a collection or a set of jewelry that looks good with this style. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm into spirituality too. So I like to talk my stuff and just show my experience. It's very like up in the air right now. It's not really niche down. But I mean, all of these things are me. Yes, my Etsy is the Black Essence shop. It's the Black Essence. And if you go to my actual profile, it should be linked in my profile. Any video I have, it'll be linked in there. But if you just type in the Black Essence on Etsy, you'll find me. It's mostly lock jewelry. I've been on there for about 5 years now, so I'm trying to get a little bit more active on YouTube to build, you know, just a bigger customer base. A poll on my lives. Okay. I will do that. Thank you for that. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it, but I will do it. And that kind of sets it up so I can kind of have a topic or some sort of direction. That's dope.
Ma, you want to look at gotta get this, each phone?
No, baby, but I do want you to stay on task.
What does that mean?
That means when you have something you're doing, to stay focused on that so you don't get distracted and take up more time than you need to.
Well, I'm just gonna let you know. It's if I'm a real senior, but then come on laughing at it is slow.
Okay.
Look at this slow.
Thank you for that information. Oh. Okay, so I can like link my shopping to my lives. I didn't know I could do that. Yes, I am homeschooling. I have 3 children. I have one that I have the whole week, and then the other two I have like Thursday through Sunday. But yeah, we homeschool, girl. Kudos to you for that too. I already know what that's about. It's work, but it's very fulfilling. I have a lot of reasons why I chose to homeschool. Homeschooling is good. How old is your son? My son is 9. So we've been homeschooling since first grade. Okay. I have a 6-year old. I got a 9-year old, 6-year old, and a 3-year old. So these are the fun years. The fun times. Yeah. I feel the same way, especially about my oldest son. We had him in school for a little bit, and he just wasn't retaining much information, and I got tired of the teachers telling me he couldn't do stuff or that he was struggling with all these different things. And I know when I work with him at home, he does fine, So I was like, I don't want my son being left behind or overlooked. Let me take over and do it. hmm I think a lot of us are coming to that realization too. That it's okay to just teach your own child at home. It was less strain on me too. I hated waking up that early. He hated it. Nobody want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day and be out in the cold and doing this and that. Like, yeah, I understand that. See, when my first, I didn't think that way. I honestly just didn't have that in mind. But it was difficult because when I had to go back to work, I had my little 4 or 5 month old baby in the daycare, and he was there all day. Like, it was so hard on me. And another reason we experienced a lot of like just little stuff. He slick got a, not even slick, he did experience abuse at the hand of daycare providers. So I was like, man, I gotta keep my own kids. And by the time the second one came, it was no more of that. He's never even been to school, and my daughter hasn't either. I feel that my faith in my ancestors too, and God definitely. And it took a lot of faith because at first it's like, I don't really have the credentials to be a teacher. I don't know how to do everything. I guess I feel like I had to be super educated, but over time we found our flow, found our curriculum. We are structured, and we have expectations, so everybody know what they're supposed to be doing. And then we get to see those milestones and just continue to grow. No, it's okay. Shoot. I guess it was a learning experience. It was a learning experience. Facts. Facts. And I think we are kind of trained to put the responsibility of raising our children in other people's hands. And we miss out, on the beauty and the magic that comes when you decide to really step into that role fully. So I agree with that. Like, it definitely, it comes natural. You got to work at it. And so I ain't going to say it's just been perfect, but it's natural to teach my own children because I feel like I understand them more than a lot of strangers would. Yeah. As far as schooling was concerned, I can relate to that, girl. I cried when my son started to read. I was crying like when he first like read those first few sentences because it was so hard. Like the teachers just made it seem like he wasn't getting it. So I was like, let me take this in my own hands. I could do it. I did it afraid. But when I finally saw those results, I was so grateful. Thank God. Yes, we got this. You do. You get to learn them in every way. That's true. And you get to evolve more. You get to, because I feel like our children are like, they're here to teach us so many different things. And when you spend most of your day, when they spend most of their day away from you, except for on the weekends or when they get out of school, and by that time everybody just wants some alone time or to relax. It seems like we be so disconnected. You know, they want to get on their games or their tablets. And then as a parent, if you've been at work all day, you want some time to debrief. It really takes away from being able to connect with them and get to know who they are, and you being able to get the lessons that come with recreating, you or not recreating, procreating, you know, reproducing. So I feel that 100%. You do. Yes. Nonverbal. I can relate to that too, girl. That's the thing. They put them in these schools and you just think that your baby don't have no hope. But when you think about it, they don't have the attention that they need in these classrooms and stuff. So when you are the person that they know loves them, you know, and nurtures them, it like, I feel like it opens the space where they can grow, as opposed to just being in a classroom with a bunch of kids, and it's overstimulating for us, those of us who have children who are like on the spectrum or neurodivergent or whatnot. My son was a nonverbal, but he was he's in speech therapy today. So he had like a speech impediment, or when he was younger, he would make sounds, but we couldn't really make out what he was saying. And it was difficult. And even sending him to school, knowing that his communication wasn't the best, I didn't like that because I need him to be able to communicate to me what's going on. That's a big one, too, how we're tricked out of being a family via society. I saw a post a few days ago that pretty much was like, it was like they asked ChatGPT, you know, what if the devil wanted to convince a mom to, I don't know, I guess to not want to be a parent or something along those lines, to get into her head about being a mother, or to derail her from her journey of motherhood. What would they do? What would it do? And one of the things was to pretty much get into the family construct and break it up. So cause separation between the partner, whoever the woman's partner is, convince her that her children are burdens, and are, it's to convince her that it's tough, that it's really hard to be a mother, and that it's not worth the experience. You know, a lot of women don't even want to have children, so that's a big one we see now. And to convince her to pour more into herself as opposed to like pouring into her children. So to take more time for self and ignore the needs, and desires of her children, and a bunch of different things. So that was a post that had me thinking, and I was really thinking about that. Like, we are tricked out of being families. We're pressed into being more individual. You know, we live in this individualized society where everybody is trying to develop their own sense of self, and we kind of push away the idea of familiar relationships, even when it comes to children. And we see that a lot in these days. So I think it's important for moms, because we inexperienced, we don't have no choice. We have to do something. And if we want our legacies to be great, we have to be mindful of the way that we are operating and the type of information that we let in, and be mindful that there are tricks and things out there to deter us away from building great legacies. Yep. To love money instead of each other. Yep. I've been learning that lesson a lot this year. It's like you know it, but we all still go through this experience and have our struggles. So that's been something that's been hitting me hard. Like, It's just that trusting, trusting God, trusting the universe. I don't have to work extremely hard. A way has always been made and will always be made. Um, just with faith and with trust and getting up and doing what you can do every day. Controlling what you can do. And when you operate like that and still show up for your children and for your family and do what you have to do, like, a way will be made. That's another thing. I had to get off of the side of media that looked at family and motherhood specifically as a big struggle. Like, I had to get out of that because I started to manifest it in my own life. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm somebody who really understands the power of the mind, and it's important, to pay attention to what you're consuming. That's so true. We are designed to love. And we stray away from that, trying to make it. And then we can like, what is it called? Mistake our love for our children as like buying them things, so you can fall into that trap too of like making money to show love to your children. Always make you the most unnatural version of yourself. Yep, and that's real. I like you, Living EG. I'm definitely gonna tap in with you. Definitely gonna tap in with you. I gotta see what you be talking about. I'm gonna hop on your live. You said you going live tonight. Hmm. She said, is she saying bought love is not good love? Okay, 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm in Central, so I think that's gonna be 8 o'clock my time. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely hop in. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tap in. Yeah, that's real. That's so true. And I have a lot of experiences with elders. Like the older generation really thought that, like as long as they provide for their children and put them in the best that they can put them in, get them signed up for the extracurriculars, buy them nice clothes, then that meant that they were a good parent and that that child was going to be well off. And now we get to see that like those kids need more than that. They really need that connection. They really need that just that connection, I guess, is the best thing to say, because the money is not a reflection of love. And it seems like once you get some, you can kind of never have enough money. If that's going to be the thing you go after, it's like you always just want more and more. It's never enough. But operating in love, it's not like that. And you can fill up on love. Hmm. That's real. That's a blessing to still have your granny to talk to. I got grannies to talk to. I be acting like I don't. My great grandmother was my one. But my actual grandmothers are still living and breathing. So I be thinking I need to tap in with them sometimes too, because that's true. They will tell you the truth, give you a bunch of game. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Mom,
Hmm.
I like my people on the not only Lego set, but it's a Lego set on YouTube videos and Legos YouTube videos about Manga lessons. So you know on the Manga mobile history.
Baby, I'm gonna be honest with you because I know what you're asking me.
I
Yeah. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, we're not gonna do YouTube.
not YouTube. I'm talking about.
I'm so sorry. I know what that feel like. Mm. Yeah, that's dope. That's another thing about family too. Something that I see other cultures do. Like when you got your grandmother, even grandfather, it's kind of ideal for them to like help to raise the new babies, you know. So say I have a baby, if my grandparents were older and they were around, they could like be the babysitter for the baby if I needed to go work or if I needed to whatever I need to do, go out into the world and do whatever. To have family that's there to watch your children as opposed to like a daycare or a school, that helps to really keep that generation or to keep the legacy going because they can pass down good information. You know, they have more, the grandparents have more patience with their grandchildren than they did with their children. It's like they get to that age where they learn a lot of lessons and it's kind of like their do-over. So that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you don't take it for granted. That's beautiful. By the appearance. Go ahead and talk to the rest of the world. Like, no. They're not. They're not. I feel like I'm the elder, man. And I am the oldest sibling. So, I mean, it kind of comes with the territory, but it's just not showing up. It ain't hitting like it used to hit. Like, and my parents are young. You know, they had me as teenagers, so it's like I try not to expect so much, you know, because they decided to continue to have children even while I was having children. So yes, you already know. So yeah, it doesn't hit like it used to hit. And I was already I was close to my great grandparents as opposed to my actual grandparents. So yeah, I don't know. That's something that I definitely feel like I want to change um, within my family structure. Just, I guess, being the one to bring the family back together and create those bonds that the other generation isn't necessarily ready to create, you know. Hmm. That's kind of cool. Oh, I think this is enough for me. I'm gonna go back to it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, maybe later on this evening. Yeah, I'm the oldest of, I grew up the oldest of six. And then when I became an adult, my parents had two more. So now I'm the oldest of eight. Yeah. I was having that conversation with my sister. And my sister thinks she's upset with our dad. And I was like, you gotta just be mindful. Like, of his story and who he is and where he came from, because you can't have an expectation of somebody to be something that they don't really have the tools to be. And at some point you just realize, like, where you kind of meet somebody where they are, like, you just don't have it, and that's cool. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna probably do another roll tonight or this afternoon, because I'm okay with this part being kind of bigger, because it's gonna cover up anyway. But just this part gonna be small and it's gonna be kind of bigger. So probably about 2 more days, because I'll be having a lot of stuff to do. I ain't gonna sit here and do all of that. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Sometimes we gotta give them grace. They didn't know no better. They did the best they could do from the generation that they came from, dealing with everything that they had to deal with. So I think it's just a blessing if you are able to have a better perspective. Then you do what you can do with your children. And that's it. I love my parents for what they did and who they are. And I don't put too much expectation on them no more. Yeah, I'm going to check your book out. That's dope. I really like the fact that it says that you have affirmations, short stories, and challenges. Like, so it's like kind of like a journal, not necessarily like a read through book. I like that. I've been needing some good affirmations too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all we can do. Well, it was good talking to you, love. I'm finna hop off of here. You can pick it up and put it down, whatever. I see that. Those are good books. I love those. You can always revisit them. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna tap in with your live though. And I'm finna follow your page. Thank you for tapping in with me.